Alrighty, it's time for a little trailer sorts of reaction and a review. It's been a long time coming. Well, for me at least, because I can actually talk about something that's not fucking wrestling. Fuck wrestling. But enough about wrestling. So, in today's little stream or stream video, I like to say, we had ourselves to react to NHL 23's game modes trailer. So EA, I don't know, they're just back at it again. They're here for another hockey game, and it's coming out very soon actually, and I plan on getting it, not because I think this game will be good, mind you, just because I'm doing a league thing with some of my friends. That's pretty much the only reason I'm getting this game, and plus I may review this game when it comes out. But this isn't about all that shit, really. So here we have this is the curious case study because a good friend of mine, Shirkai62, great guy by the way. He decided to send me this shit, and I was like, all right, I'll watch it. I did watch this first beforehand, and I skimmed it through, but I'm gonna officially watch this and basically just kind of analyze what is this all about really. So let's get into this crap, all right?
Welcome to the NHL 23 Game Modes Deep Dive. Let's start
Alright.
with talking franchise mode and the all-new custom leagues.
Alright, custom leagues. The first thing that intrigues me. Now, what is he going to say? All I have to say is, graphically, right here, if you look at these graphics, they're not terrible, but they definitely look like same exact shit as last year's. They don't really look all that interesting. I'm already a little bit concerned on that front, EA. But I guess maybe they'll focus on the gameplay for once, so the graphics are subpar. Maybe. But that is wishful thinking. Let's continue.
We're going to allow players to play with any
Wow,
number
that's a
of
very
teams,
nasally voice.
any number of games played, divisions, conferences, freely customized leagues to the rosters that they wanted to create or share with others.
Okay, so from so far, basically, this sounds actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. This is type of shit that we should have already got by now, but better late than never. To be honest, this sounds very interesting and very promising. So I can't really explain. Oh yes, welcome, hi, yeah, keep the comments going. The draft, lol. Yeah, the draft. Fucking welcome everyone, but yeah, to be honest, looking at this franchise, I don't know, this actually looks very good. You can actually have a lot of flexibility with it.
You can select anywhere from 6 to 48 teams.
Oh, that's actually good.
Any number of divisions and conferences within the number of teams that you have. So if you want a 48 team, 0 conferences, and 8 divisions setup, you can do that. The original 6 where they just play each other in the league, you can do that.
All right.
You also have the ability to turn off what the minimum cap is. So
okay, so before we get into the cap thing, so you can just really fully customize how many teams you want to do for this little franchise sim. This is actually fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. I normally am someone who likes to bash these types of guys. I mean, I did an old rant video on EA Sports what was it, early on my channel 2 years ago or some shit. I can't lie. This is type of stuff that's actually refreshing and gives this game some life. If you wanted to have again, they just showed the OG original 6 teams, hell yeah. You can also have 48 teams and just have so much shit. You can really customize and just do so many more fantasy ideas. This gives a lot of content ideas. You don't want to recreate I don't know, the 1990 Stanley Cup playoffs or some shit. You want to create all the teams who made it for that year or something. Shit like that. You can do a lot of variety, really. So, this is actually very promising on EA's part. It's a rare dub, but a dub's a dub, I suppose, for them. So, but let's keep watching. Not much, man. Yeah, it's not my main channel. It's my wrestling channel, really. But this is also in their main channel. So yeah. But yeah, this sounds good. Now I'm curious about the salary cap. Let's watch.
If you're creating an era from the past, you can turn off the salary cap, but now we're also giving you the granularity of what's the max cap. Dynamic schedules will let
So again, like the scheduling, it's like this cap stuff. So you really could customize the cap or something, and you can like make it realistic. I think they may have just solved the problem for this mode because you actually play this mode for these games, especially more recent titles. As times goes on, the salary cap gets really ridiculous, and the cap doesn't really change all that much. Like you see players who are like late 80 something overalls getting paid like what $15 million, and it gets really ridiculous trying to hold all your teams together. And I get it, that's real life. You can't hold everyone together, but it gets to the point where it's like, okay, bro, you're literally just like you're making it just like you're gutting the team out. It's kind of ridiculous. It's not even realistic. Like especially more recent dominant franchises like the Boston Bruins or something, they didn't have to gut their team out after winning the Stanley Cup, and then a few years after they failed, they still kept the core guys, and the cap didn't kill them. It's like that type of thing. This makes no sense. Good. Yeah. I mean, this is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I like this stuff. This cap stuff is good. Good job, EA.
cap. Dynamic schedules will let you do anything from setting the number of round robin rounds that you want to play. You can even set the number
All right.
of division games, conference games, interdivision
This is
games,
actually great.
conference games, depending on your league setup. And you can set those from anywhere from 20 to 84. You can set
Okay, so that's actually great. You can literally have like a round robin shit. All right, I'm down with this, EA. I appreciate you actually trying for once in this mode. I mean, I still wish you put Gym Connected back. I mean, that's kind of still an L on your part, but this is good. Keep it up.
wins from anywhere from 1 to 4 points. You can change the
Oh
points for
God, yeah, don't get me
losses, or
started.
You can change the format in which the playoffs are played. You can also set whether or
Oh
not the
wow,
wild
that's
card
nice.
standings format is enabled. And we also have a new thing called the wild card round,
All
which
right.
allows you to have a play-in round similar to the NHL bubble back in 2020, depending on the number.
Okay, I have to comment on this. I love how the people that actually got into the bottom run already are like Anaheim, Minnesota, and Tampa Bay, Columbus. Two of these teams I can see making the playoffs, but like Anaheim and Columbus, they should be like here. Like why? I don't know why Carolina isn't there. I don't know. Maybe it's just a sim engine. It is still like they're still testing it, so I'm willing to forgive them on that. But I find it fucking hilarious that Anaheim's in, but yet Edmonton isn't. Guess you're gonna be pissed off, Brandon. Destructor. If I ever start talking in channel, it'll be me talking about. Yeah, that sounds good. Do what you want. When Canucks lost, imagine they probably would have still caused havoc, to be honest, back in 2011. But they should have won. Fucking the team didn't do shit in Game 7. Like after you get blown out from Game 6, Jesus Christ, man. Like
Back in 2020, depending on the number of rounds you've selected, you'll be able to change the number of games played in each of those rounds. We support 1 game, 3 games, 5 games, or 7 games, as well as a 2-game aggregate. So if you want to play
all right,
a
customization is good.
where you play the first 3 games away and then the next 4 games at home, you can do that. If you want to play an alternating schedule, we allow you to do that as well.
I guess again, no, I can't really bash EA for this. Normally, I would bash them for this, but this feels like a genuine attempt at actually making something good. I really I don't know what else to say. Really, like this is actually just good stuff because it gives you more creative freedom and just lets you what to do. That makes the most wacko like league possible. I like this really.
If you wanted to change the schedule for the AHL, you can do that. Everything you can do with the NHL schedule or playoff format or the league setup in general, you can do that. If a player this year creates.
That's actually kind of nice if you care about the AHL, but I don't think anyone actually really cares about the AHL doing the franchise mode unless it's like you have like a nice prospect coming up and you want to make sure he plays good. But I don't know, that's nice. One thing I wish the EA would add is actually let you have your own ECHL team, like fucking the farm league to the AHL. That would actually be a nice dynamic as an option, so you can have more shit to do. It'll feel more like real life. EA sucks on Madden undefeated. Well, EA hasn't tried hard on Madden in like years, from what I've been told. Okay, and from what I'm seeing, like Jesus Christ. I don't know. I've heard some people say Madden 05, but I'm not the Madden guy. I'm only a hockey bro, so don't ask me.
Say 48 team custom roster, you're able to go in, and after downloading that roster sharing file, you'll go into custom leagues, and then you can sub in all the teams that the player created if they're not NHL teams into franchise mode in custom
This
leagues.
sounds like a lot
and
of
then
fun.
you can recreate the league in whichever way you want to with those 48 teams. There's just so many cool things that our players did last year. We really wanted to give them the power to take the next step, having fun in franchise mode.
Our number one focus for World of Chell this year was the implementation.
All right, so let me grade franchise mode. I'm gonna grade this out of. I'm gonna grade this out of 10. I'm probably gonna give this like an 8. I really can't shit on EA for this as much as I want to. This is actually everything is actually good. My only real critique is that they didn't address something that's been important, like annoying the crap out of me, and that's like the sim engine itself. Because I feel like the sim engine's so random. Like, how is it that a team like Buffalo, like especially last year, I would start in early on, and then I would see like garbage like Buffalo making the playoffs, and I'm like, how is Buffalo in the playoffs again? You know, like how? Like a team like Buffalo's in the playoffs. We had Florida's mediocre from last year's game. Like the sim engine just felt so random. It's like some teams like they go further than they should, and then some teams just don't even make the playoffs at all and play like crap. It's like Vegas being like the worst team in the league, almost like I'm no buy that shit. And I just feel like it's so random that it's just like, okay, what the hell? Like I feel like they need to really like tweak the computer AI in terms of how they trade the just the sim engine in general, because like a team that's mediocre that's not going to make the playoffs. What's trader picks to get players? It's like you're probably not going to make the playoffs. It makes no sense. Or like good teams trading away players. It's like what? This makes no sense. Like it's just all random. Now maybe a little addresses like silently through the game, but I doubt it. So this is already a red flag. But everything else here, solid stuff. Now let's get to the more important thing: World of Chell. Something I'll be doing off my free time, of course, with my homies. So yeah, let's keep at it.
Focus for World of Chell this year was the implementation of cross-platform matchmaking. When it arrives in November, PlayStation and Xbox players in the same console generation will be able to play against one another across.
Destructor, you're gonna introduce new games that we never heard of to the channel. I'm just gonna play games that I like. I don't really care if you guys heard of it or not. I'm just here to just introduce stuff like live streaming or whatever I like playing really, and just do stuff like that. I'll do whatever I want with this game. You don't care for fuck Fortnite. That shit's garbage. Yeah, it's a good little chirper guy, but so let me just go back because I got distracted from this shit. So all right, let's rewatch.
Focus for World of Chell this year was the implementation of cross-platform matchmaking. When it arrives
Okay.
in November, PlayStation and Xbox players in the same console generation will be able to play against one another across all World of Chell online modes for the first time in franchise history. And now that our matchmaking pools are essentially doubled, you'll be spending less time in the queue and more time on the ice.
Again, I like this idea, like cross-platforming. It's nice and all, but my only concern is that the connection, and plus, I feel like you didn't do it because you want to give us like the best gaming experience possible. You probably did this because, let's just be honest here, there wasn't really a lot of people playing this type of game. I'm just saying, like there was like I don't even know if it was a couple 100K, maybe 100K players at best. So it wasn't really a strong fan base. It wasn't really a lot. So I think they probably just so they can like keep their current fan base so it doesn't like wait for long games, especially when the game inevitably becomes irrelevant like in the next couple of weeks after its release. So we'll see.
The early prototype is promising, and we couldn't be more excited to implement this
as
well as continue to work on connecting our players as best as possible. It's worth mentioning that cross-platform matchmaking is also completely optional and can be toggled on or off by all players.
All right, I do appreciate that for you, EA. That is nice, but it is nice, but not enough. GTA franchise is gonna be. Yeah, I heard about GTA 6. I'm not I don't know. I don't know much about GTA 6. I can't comment on it because I don't play GTA in general. I'll probably may do a video on it if like more drama comes onto it again. Maybe it depends if I care enough. So don't expect much. So yeah. Well, let's keep watching. But again, like I said earlier, I do appreciate that the option is to keep it cross-platforming on and off. It's not mandatory because I feel like some people just only want to play people on Xbox or PlayStation. So that's nice, but like I said, I don't feel like it's just because people like they want to do it for the fans. It's probably just so they can get people playing, the people that still buy this game every year and still play this game, and so they can maybe get like a little more people playing. I don't know. That's my guess.
Because of the expanded matchmaking tools, we've updated our servers to better allocate to where our players are based and added a new server aimed at helping players in the central part of North America.
My question is, how many people in Central America actually play this game? Because I can tell you, not a lot. I only know one person, and that's like my best friend. But that's for a different reason. I'm not gonna expose where he lives, but still, outside of him, I don't really know most people that play this. The people that are gonna play this game are either on the East or the West. The West only because like the California teams and like the Western Canada teams, and the East because that's really where the majority of the population is for like hockey, like from Montreal to Toronto, like the New York area, like etc. Not really much of a big audience. I don't know. I don't know how much people in Central America really play this. I'm just saying.
One of the largest quality of life asks we get from our community is the ability to open hockey bags faster. This year, we've added the ability to go quickly from one bag to the other, allowing you to open them at a much faster pace than ever before.
That's nice. I do like that, but I wish you would actually change the animation so it doesn't like feel like it takes like a couple seconds. You should just make it like, oh, just simple buttons like press in a second, like click instantaneously. Like I shouldn't have to use the control stick to go like right or some shit just to open it. But this is a nice compromise. Destructor, you should just do that makes you happy. You do something that makes you happy, boosts your mental state. People like politicking, complaining, but don't let that. And I'm not going to, and I do appreciate that you're there for me, but like it's just like again, like if you watch my video on my other channel, it's just I don't know. I just nah. This is what I'm doing this for. It's much more fun. I never play. Well, I mean, you're probably not a hockey fan to be fair, so which is fine. North America is the most hockey. Exactly. It's mostly just east. It's mostly like the east side and like then the west. Like Central America, like nah, no one cares. Like maybe the Vegas Golden Knights, like maybe down Vegas or some shit, or Minnesota. Maybe that's about it. Like I don't know. Like come on.
We've also added a dedicated strategy screen where you can access our new and existing strategies to fine-tune your team play.
Okay, that's nice. It's probably not going to be used all that much. Again, strategy type shit's not really going to be used much, but it's a nice little addition.
You'll also find a new wide range of customization options for your team and player.
That's nice, but again, I feel like as much as I don't want to bring wrestling to this, but like W2K, like the W games have the best customization, so you should just follow in 2K's footsteps. Really, it's that simple. EA, it's the best customization available. You can get as much as you want. So, but whatever.
Based on your feedback last year, we've tuned the preset attributes on multiple classes to ensure balance. This includes increasing the starting attributes, giving you a higher starting overall to work with. We've also added additional loadout slots, giving you more flexibility and choice from game to game.
Okay, that's pretty good. Good job. It gives you more variety to test out and see what type of like loadout that you want to be. That's pretty good, EA. I'll give you that. That's nice. It's all nice little like shit. Considering that last year it was basically like the only types of players you really would be seeing are like either like small, speedy playmaking, like dangling snipers, like or just really big guys, and you really wouldn't get much in between. And if you do get like a in between, it was probably just a hitting power forward of 6'1", who's like weighs like 220. So hopefully get some more dynamic, variety in that aspect. But that all depends how people play this shit.
We understand that having to come into NHL
Nope.
and set your team up for each and every game in online versus, that's not where the fun lies. And we want players to get into that next experience, that next game as quickly as possible. So this year,
yeah, J-Ran, that's all I need to say about that.
Strategies for online versus. This also partners well with
Versus,
the
all right.
we have in the feature set for 23, and it was important to us that we get this in the game, get you into every match as quickly as possible, remove the work, and let you have the fun that you've come to NHL for.
Alrighty. Okay, that was the versus. From what I gather, it's basically to sum it up, you can actually save your pretty much your lines for whatever team that you're playing with. Thank God. I know this for a fact. When I was playing versus last year, when I was bored, I was like, I hate especially when I have to leave and when I come back, because I have to retooling the lines because I don't want this player on the team, want this guy. It's this is nice, and it's probably will make things a lot easier for people who want to do a league thing. So I guess this is nice, but my only question is overall, is this worth it? Is this going to be enough to make the game different? How's the core gameplay going to be? That's what I want to know. Oh, sports games I only play UFC because you get beat up and yeah, I don't blame you. If you're interested in UFC, that's pretty much what you're gonna like. WWE games do suck ass. Fuck 2K22. But what are my thoughts on Minecraft? Yeah, can't say much. Heard of it, never played it. I don't mind Minecraft, but I think I have Minecraft installed. I may play it at some point, maybe, but I probably suck at it. I did it. It's a great. Okay, that's nice. Overall, I mean, this is nice. I do appreciate they're trying to add something new to a stale franchise that hasn't really seen much innovation since NHL 14. But I don't know if this is going to be enough to make this game good, because God knows we had a good hockey game, at least for me, since 14. I'm not counting 15 on the 360, because that's just 14 but better. So really, it's been almost 10 years. Maybe this will finally be the one that breaks the mold, but I doubt it really. To be honest. Well, that's been it. This has been a fun stream. Not really much to say, really. So, thank you for everyone showing up to this, and hopefully you all enjoy the stuff. Take care, and of course, God bless you all.